Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Hey, Ricky. Hey, darling. Good to see you. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Gator Girl was just asking about you, wanting to know if you was okay. Hope everything's going well for you. Darlene, you got any rain yet? So far, it's been clear here. Maybe it just jumped over me. You think? Oh, Kathy, we're praying. Yeah, that's the way it was here, Darlene. It seemed like down below me got it, across from me got it, where my uncle lives at in Brunswick got it. I think it just jumped over us. Well, I'm not complaining. Thank God. This is the meme I picked tonight to show. I thought you'd get a kick out of that, darling. See, Darlene, God's got us. There ain't no need arguing with me because the more you argue, the more I smirk about it. Sky's about learnt that lesson. Well, that's okay. They'll come over when they get ready to. That's the way I see it. But did you hear Trump get a hold of the fake news? Hey Cindy, good to see you. Hey Tracy, good to see you. Um, I thought this was funny. Trump calling out CNN.
Yes, please, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, fake news CNN?
Here, I'll hold it.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Wait till you hear this question.
Thank you, sir.
You should really say how great our soldiers and our warriors are.
I think everyone appreciates our soldiers and our warriors. I do have two questions for you, Mr. President. You just cited Israeli intelligence on these attacks. Earlier, you said U.S. intelligence was inconclusive. Are you relying on Israeli intelligence for your assessment of the impact of the strikes?
No, this is also Iran made the statement. And it's also, if you read the document that was given, that Pete can talk about if you'd like, the document said it could be very severe damage, but they didn't take that. They said it could be limited or it could be very severe. They really didn't know, other than to say it could be limited or it could be very, very severe. And you didn't choose to put that because it was very early after. Since then, we've collected additional intelligence. We've also spoken to people who have seen the site, and the site is obliterated. And we think everything nuclear is down there. They didn't take it out. Okay, question? Please, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, blue dress.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Yesterday, you said China can now continue to purchase oil from Iran.
Yeah.
Are you giving up on your maximum pressure campaign? Because there are sanctions right now.
With who?
On Iran.
No, look, they just had a war. The war was fought. They fought it bravely. I'm not giving up. They're in the oil business. I mean, I could stop it if I wanted. I could sell China the oil myself. I don't want to do that. They're going to need money to put that country back into shape. We want to see that happen. Would it? No, if they're going to sell oil, they're going to sell oil. We're not taking over the oil. We could have, you know. I used to say with Iraq, keep the oil. I could say it here, too. We could have kept the oil. No, China is going to want to buy oil. They can buy it from us. They can buy it from other people. But you're going to have to put that country back into shape. It desperately needs money. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please. Here we go. I'm picking the beauties today. Go ahead.
Mr. President, Secretary General Rutte has described President Putin as an adversary, a threat, an enemy. Do you view him the same way? And in addition to that, you mentioned General Kane, your chief of staff, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
General Kane.
Yes, he has said that Mr. Putin has territorial ambitions beyond Ukraine. Do you view that in the same way?
Possible. I mean, it's possible. I know one thing. He'd like to settle. He'd like to get out of this thing. It's a mess for him. He called the other day. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, you can help me with Russia. Because, you know, in the last few weeks, we took care of India and Pakistan, Kosovo, Serbia. I think on Friday we have coming in, the Congo is coming in and Rwanda is coming in. That was a vicious war that went on, a machete war, heads chopped off all over Africa. They're coming in. We did two others in addition to that. Nobody's ever done anything like this. No, I consider him a person that's, I think, been misguided. I'm very surprised, actually. I thought we would have had that settled easy. I've settled 4 of them in the meantime. But he did call up, and he said, he's close to Iran. He'd like to help us get a settlement. I said, no, you help me get a settlement with Russia. And I think we're going to be doing that, too. Yeah.
I think Trump's getting a little irritated with the news. He's having a little attitude with him, which I don't blame him. The way they made the Air Force and the military feel. Hey, LaFord, good to see you. I hope everyone's been safe. And then I found this little clip. It says, "We don't deserve Trump." Is this clip?
Donald Trump. We don't deserve him.
Trump hit back at AOC, who wants to impeach him. I'll read the part of his Truth Social post. Quote, "Stupid AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez," not to be confused with anyone else. "One of the dumbest people in Congress is calling now for my impeachment. When we examine her test scores, we will find out that she's not qualified for office, but nevertheless far more qualified than Crockett, who is a seriously low IQ individual. Or Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country. AOC should be forced to take the cognitive test that I just completed. So go ahead and try impeaching me again. Make my day." Unquote. Shalou, have you ever had anybody insult you that badly?
I mean, he went down the whole list.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't even have that much insult for AOC because he wanted to get in all the other ones, too.
Yes.
And then he wanted to get in his cognitive test. So,
Which he passed 100%.
Exactly. He did great. Like nobody's ever seen before.
Yes.
But, but yeah, AOC, I mean, she's been annoying this past week. She tweeted out, first of all, with her thing about the Bronx, she was trying to tease some guy from Queens. And she said, "Hey, I'm a Bronx girl. You know, we eat you guys from Queens for lunch." And I'm like, does she even know her district is in Queens? She represents Queens. Does she know that? Plus, she's not really from the Bronx. She's from Westchester County. She grew up in basically like a very suburban town. And so, yeah, I think Trump's great and AOC stinks. I guess that's the point.
And Emily, I'll just keep this party rolling. Is AOC as stupid as the president says?
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like this is hilarious because it's sort of exactly what we were saying in the first block, which is like, clearly we know exactly what he's thinking. And he could have said, like, try to impeach me, make my day. But he added all that other stuff that just made him so relatable.
That's our Trump. That's our president. He says it the way it is. He don't mix his words. People they just keep pushing them. They just keep pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. I don't see how he does it. I can overlook quite a bit and I can bite my tongue, but for so long until I say something. But he just says the way it is. If you don't like it, get over it leave the country, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, now, if he gets mad, like with Israel and Iran, he got mad at that. There were no ifs, ands, and buts about that. He worked hard on that peace agreement between the two of them, and then they go playing around trying to mess it up. Right, Cindy? I mean, gosh, I would have migraines so much I couldn't. I wouldn't. And every time he turns around, he gets a lawsuit. It's like, ah, which, like before, we kind of knew that's what they was going to do, use the courts to fight them since at the impeachments and everything else, and they lost the Senate and the House and all that. Since they lost all their power, I think, and we kind of knew it because that's when Biden was getting all them judges sworn in and everything. Yep, he put them in timeout. He had a strong talking with both of them, and he even got on Israel too. I mean, he was irritated with both of them. Yeah, I got time. I got time for one more. Ricky, this one's for you. I know you'll like this one. This seems like something you would come up with.
A story in 5 words.
Alligator Alcatraz for illegal aliens. Check it out.
Attorney General James Uthmeyer here at the Miami-Dade Collier training facility. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. The governor tasked state leaders to identify places for new temporary detention facilities. I think this is the best one. As I call it, Alligator Alcatraz. This 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. If people get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes, Cyrus.
Want to go camping? Know a place?
Hey, you know what? I don't understand why there's such a fuss about this. Would it make him feel better if the detention center was surrounded by a church, a school, and a nursing home? You know, it's not like they're putting tents on the waterfront. I mean, these are people that have committed crimes. These are not nice people for the most part, right? They're gang members. They are people that need to be contained. And I'm having a hard time with, you know, so the Everglades, it's not even in the Everglades, by the way, right? If I read that correctly, it's by the Everglades. So I am all for just keeping the detainees where they belong. And if they do escape, let nature take its course.
Well, okay. Kat, if someone was to escape, should they be allowed to be free? Like if you make it through the gators and the pythons, you get citizenship.
Well, my favorite thing about this story is I read somewhere that this was approved today.
Yes.
By the federal government, which, like, imagine there's kind of a lot going on. And imagine being like, hey, so alligators, and people are probably just like, yeah, okay. You know, it's crazy. I like today to be like, listen, they kept the meeting. Whoever it was kept the meeting.
I feel like this meeting started with a pound of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just like, hey, what if we? Stick with me now. Put detainees by the Everglades with the alligators and the pythons. And another guy was like, that really works. I guess I'll pass it to you here, Joe.
Yeah.
But what about the people who are concerned that this is giving the alligators and pythons bad habits towards people? Because they might not know the difference between escaped prisoner and sleeping fisherman guy.
Yeah, can you imagine how the alligator's going to be like, do you have documentation before
Yes.
I slide out here? Yeah. I think it's great. It's like a cross between, it's like Shawshank Redemption meets Jurassic Park coming together. It's great. I think they should have the whole facility should be staffed by scary animals.
Oh, nice.
Like the guards should be the grizzly bears, and you come in and you get frisked by like a evil squid or something like that. But this is the most Florida possible solution to it. It shows you why Florida is the ultimate F around, find out state.
Yes.
Because there's only one road in to this place here. There's one bridge. And if you're a protester on it, you get to run them over. It's perfect. It's a win-win.
Now, again, Florida comes up with this great idea. And for other states that don't have gators and pythons, what could they do? So just not Florida just capitalizes on this market.
But this actually I thought about because this must be hard for Governor Landry right now because he was the Attorney General of Louisiana and they just had 10 bad prisoners get out in New Orleans. And I'm like, he's probably sitting there like, why wasn't I thinking about alligator boats?
Yes.
This could have been an answer because Louisiana, this can't be the case. So I think that what we should do is put all prisons and detention centers in the South. We in the North will just live without criminals, and you guys can just have alligator moats around all these places.
We'll call them alligards.
There you go. Yeah.
And that creates
sounds
a lot of
little bit like a medical
a lot of opportunities for alligators who've been struggling economically. You know, with the leather not being as popular as it used to be, and
I love that idea. I think every state in the South should have a special place. Alligator, yep. Gator Girl would like that. She would go out there and feed them marshmallows. Now, Gator Girl, now you can't go out there and feed the alligators. We need them to be hungry for the ones that escape. No feeding marshmallows. Alligators' lives matter. 7 minutes, pass it back. Yellow for let the Democrats go down there and protest it. I like to see what they do if they run across an alligator. You won't be seeing this girl around no alligators. I'll just keep my happy butt up here in North Carolina. Going. Before we'll kill two birds with one stone that way. Get rid of some Dems and get rid of some illegals. Lord forgive me. No, Cindy, I haven't. Sky's been trying to teach me how to draw, so I haven't been online too much. She finally said she can't do it. I gave her a headache today, so she went on and laid down. She said, "Mama, just listen to me." Me too. That's why I said, "Lord, please forgive me." ALC, AOC and Raskins and oh Lord, I had bad thoughts running through my mind when LaForce said, "Let the Democrats go and protest." Well, Tracy, I'm just not no artist. I draw stick figures. My son is a circle with little lines coming out of it. My houses are straight lines that looks like a box. My tree is a line with wiggly things coming out the side of it. Yeah, Ricky, a few trolls could go visit uh, Alligator Owl. I'll bet you're gonna have to show us. I want to see proof. Two minutes, pass it back. And then after this, we're going to try something. Ricky, have you talked to Teacup today? 'Cause she knew tonight we was going to do what she had mentioned. No, BitBot. That's cheating. We need drawings that you've done less than a week old. One minute, pass it back. She was going to help me tonight. 'Cause me and her came up with the idea. I guess, Tracy, if you feel like it, after the national anthem, can you jump on panel with me? And I'll explain to you. 3, 2, 1. Thank you all very much. Welcome, Fighting Mavericks. Welcome, Carrie. Good to see ya.
Thank you,
Hey,
Tina.
Tracy. Told you no need to thank me. Thank y'all for joining me. Okay, this is what me and Teacup came up with. I hope she's listening. I hope she's okay. Okay, I'm going to post in chat. It's called The Truth Detector is the name that we came up with.
Uh-oh.
And it's either truth or false. Oh man, it's too long. I guess I'm gonna have to read it. It's not gonna let me post it. I made it too long. Trying to explain it. But if someone will state a true or false statement about something they did in the past that they survived, it's up to the chat and us on panel to determine if it's true, if it's the truth, or if it's a lie. You got it?
I got
I
it.
will I will
Hi,
start
T.
I will start it to show you how we thought about how to do this. Okay. And we're trusting that chat is honest enough to let us know if we got it right. If we say it's true and it's true.
Hey, T's in here now.
Hey Teacup, get your rump up here, girlfriend. Get your rumpus up here. Y'all ready for the intro for the game? And then
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
ready.
start.
Hi,
Hey,
T.
welcome T.
Hello. So what are we doing
Okay,
here?
where we remember us talking and we decided to tell something from our past that we survived, and we could either tell a story or tell the truth.
Like a
So
good butt
we're
whooping?
going to tell a story, and chat's going to see if it's the truth or if it's a lie.
You
And
mean
we
I have
can
to tell something from my childhood?
Tina says she's
all
going
of
to start, T.
everybody. I'm going to start it to show chat what what I'm talking about.
Okay. And the show
Okay,
me too.
let me see. Y'all be thinking of something. Well,
Oh, I already got mine.
oh well, if you want to, go ahead because I haven't thought if I want to tell a truth or a lie.
Uh-oh.
Are y'all ready?
No.
Yep.
Okay. When I was younger, a lot younger, I ran away from home and ended up on a runway at a Air Force base.
I would say that's a lot. False.
I would say true.
Ricky says true. Well, he retracted his true. LaForest says true. Cindy says true. Gator Girl says true. Ricky says true. Dang, am I the only one that says false?
You're probably the only one right.
Darlene says true.
Oh my goodness.
I just kind of remember something she had said before. That's why I say false. I could be wrong.
Well, y'all want to know?
Yep, I
That
think
would
we
be
got
true.
all of the. Tracy, you said you was a good girl growing up, that you never did anything wrong.
And Rick would know where it's at.
Ah, man. Well,
Which
me.
airport?
It was at a Air Force base.
Oh,
Good to see
Hi.
you, Party Bonza.
Hello, Party Bonza.
hello, Party Bunza.
Okay,
It
now
was
for my story. Yep, no more Angel. Bit Bite says you're no more Angel Tracy.
Rick, you're right.
You got busted now, Tracy. No more of this
Rick,
making me
you're
look
right.
bad. Okay, mine is when I was 16. I left the house unsupervised, rode
Oh, I
with
did
my
that a lot.
friends, rode with my friends to Tennessee, and I got sick. And we was supposed to just go there and turn around, but instead we ended up there 2 day the weekend. And on the way back, my phone died, so I couldn't call my mom and dad and let them know I was okay. So they had all of the sheriffs, the highway patrol, everybody on the lookout for me. And when I got back to Elkin, they pulled us over and pulled me out of the car and said this was a welfare check. And then they called my mom and my dad, and they came and took me home. And I won't say what they did, but is that a true or false story?
Knowing you, Tina, that's true.
Yeah, I would have to say true.
Hmm. Any more guesses in chat before I
Everybody says
reveal?
true. Bitbot says false. No phones then.
Okay, Oh, okay. Cindy, what was your answer? Cindy didn't give an answer. Cindy, you have to give an answer. Let's see how much you know your partner, your lawn care service partner. LaFour says false. Cindy says false. Okay, it's false because it wasn't Tennessee, it was Virginia. So I switched up the states. So there. That was the only thing I switched up the states. Okay, T, your turn.
Oh goodness. Hmm. Oh, I can't tell that one. Uh,
No, I had one of those um um what do you sort of look like a BlackBerry phone. What you call them things?
oh, I don't know.
It looked like it had a keypad to it.
Oh, the
And then I
sidekick.
had yeah, I had one of those and a pager. And what's good is a pager when you ain't got no phone to call. And then plus it was dead.
Uh, okay, I have one. My parents both worked, and so me and my little sister decided we were going to borrow my parents' car. So we took the car, went over to a girlfriend's house, picked up her and her brother and a couple other friends, had a couple of drinks. It was a rainy day. Uh, we were driving up towards the canyon, decided we didn't want to go to the canyon, decided we better turn around and get back home before the parents get home. And was going a little
Richie
too
already
fast
said
when we
true.
turned the corner and kind of fishtailed and almost wiped out the side of the car. Took the friends home, took the car home, and didn't say a word.
Ricky already said true before you even got it started.
I think I told him that one.
Oh, T, come on. You ain't supposed to give up
Okay, so
all
it's
your
Oh,
secrets.
hey,
untrue.
hey! I'll put it that if Rick was up there and told one of his stories, I bet you I could tell you whether it was true or false. Also, so if I tell my story, Rick, you can't answer.
True, true, true. Ricky says true. Gator Girl says true. Darlene says true.
That's true.
Thank you, Ricky. Ricky, either you get on panel or you got to type your story in chat. So that's your option.
Or
That
I can
wasn't
tell one of
fair.
his stories, and you can find out if it's true or false.
Nope, he has to. That's the rules. So, Ricky, it's all on you.
Yep,
And
get your butt
Cindy,
up here.
since you've been on panel before, either you get on panel and tell your story, or you have to type it in chat. The whole thing.
And Gator.
And Gator Girl. Let me see who else. Uh,
And I won't
Party
say true.
Bonza.
I won't say
Yeah,
true or
party.
false.
Bitbite talked about getting on panel, but he hasn't yet, so he got a pass on this one. until they get up here.
Yeah, you also got Party Bonza too.
Yeah, Party Bonza, Gator Girl, Ricky.
Well,
Or who
Darlene, I
in
guess
chat
I'll
is
have to.
typing out theirs?
Darlene's gonna have to type hers in chat.
Yeah, rest of y'all need to start typing.
Yeah, and Gator too.
Yep, y'all need to start typing because since Darlene's busy typing, Teacup's gonna take names for me until Darlene gets done typing.
Uh-oh. Gator's thinking.
Oh man, my chat quit working.
That's okay, my eyeball quit
Party
working.
Bonza said he don't have any stories about except about other people.
Well, you
Yeah,
could
uh-huh.
tell a story about someone else,
Party
and
Bonza, he's telling us
that's
he
why
didn't
it's
do nothing off the wall when he was
So
growing up.
Party,
You
so
know, like if
Tina,
he was playing Little League and hit a home run or hit the ball and it hit the pitcher in the mouth or something like that.
is Party Bonza saying that he was an angel?
it kind of looks like it, and I don't know about that. That would be like calling Ricky an angel.
No comment.
Love you, Ricky.
I not say nothing.
Hey, I don't even have a halo. I got mine knocked off many years ago.
Mine got bit in Taco Joe's car, the bean.
Okay, Tracy, tell another one.
I don't have another one.
Well, just make up one. Just if you don't, I got plenty. I can tell another one.
Well, go ahead, tell another one, Tina.
Okay, what you think about it? Let me see. T, you be thinking about one. Um, y'all know about the prom one already. I can't talk about that one. Let me see. Y'all know about me skipping school. I can't talk about that one. I've never drunk or done drugs, so I can't talk about that. Let me see. Uh, I got one. When I was little, my mom always said as long as you live underneath our roof, you go to church, and everything. And she would make us go. Well, one morning I came in late, which I had to wait until midnight because it was when they went to bed, then I would climb out my window to go meet my friends. And then I had a stepping ladder right there beside my window to get back in at night before they woke up at 7 in the morning. So I climbed out my window and went with my friends. And then the next morning was Sunday, and Mom came in there and tried to get me up to go to church, which she would wake me up about 8 because church started at 9. And I was like, Mama, my belly hurts. And she says, well, you're going to church, so we'll just pray for you at church if you don't up. So I dragged myself out to the car and went to church. And there's this little girl there who was younger than me. I was probably about 14 then, and she was probably 10. And me and her was like doing, making them little paper football things. We was flipping them across the church to each other. They're playing football. And her mama grabbed her up and was going to take her outside to whoop her. And when her mama grabbed her up, she started yelling for me to help her. So I grabbed onto the back of the pew, and she grabbed a hold of my hand. We was playing tug of war in church, and the preacher was up there looking at us, and he said, he started laughing, and it was a mess. She flipped the back. We flipped the back pew over, and the older people in church got a little upset, but the preacher said they're children, just let them be. And that was one. True or false?
I
I
say
missed
true.
that story. I missed that story all the crap.
I say true.
I'll say false.
Yeah, it was false because I know better than act up in church. I would get a blister across my butt. I know better. My mama wouldn't have took me outside. She would have popped me right there in front of everybody.
Okay, Gator,
And
it's your
then
turn.
and then took me to the altar to lay hands on me. That's something she didn't play with was church.
Carrie, you get up there. Rick or Carrie or Party Bonza.
Well, Sky, she did flip over Pew one time when she first started walking and everything. I had to take her outside and have a talking to, and she grabbed onto the pew. So Carrie's kind of right. It was a true story, but it wasn't really about me.
Tina, Gator says she don't
Hmm.
have any stories.
Aw, please.
She said,
Gator girl.
Yeah, that's just like Rick saying he don't got none. Carrie, you got some?
Party
I see
Bonza.
how it is. Darlene, where's your story? I don't see none of it in chat here.
Uh-oh.
Where's Cindy's at?
Yeah, Cindy just disappeared awful fast.
Darlene says she don't have one.
I think they're what do y'all think since us three is telling our
Yeah,
stories? I I think we need to decide if chat is being truthful or telling stories. I think chat's telling stories.
I think they are too.
I think they're lying to us.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a false. No, actually, that's true. Come on, you guys. You got one. Or how about, let's see, There's a place in Hollywood, it's called the Whiskey. And my son-in-law, he's in a band, and he played there one time. And all kinds of people went. We were having a good old time. Drinks were excellent. Had an excellent bartender, by the way. And all of a sudden, they started playing, and I got up and ended up in the middle of a mosh pit. But you don't go in a mosh pit with 2-inch heels, spiked heels.
And or is that it? I think it's true. If that was it,
Probably true.
That was it.
because you told me some things, so I believe that's true.
Or let's see.
I don't know. It may be false because that don't sound wild enough for you. Well, she left.
Cindy says she ran to a corner.
Cindy, Cindy, listen to me, Cindy. Cindy, let's talk here. You're supposed to have my back. I thought that was our deal with our partnership in this lawn care service agreement that we made. Having my back means you got my back.
Oops.
And
I pushed the wrong
I
button.
I think I go with false because I know some stories that you've told me, and that sounds too calm. That don't sound. I mean, I know it was a pretty wild place you went to, but I would figure you'd be dancing on the table or doing something like that. So just being in the middle of a mush pit don't don't sound like you. So I say false. We got
False.
Darlene said false. Gator Girl said false. Bitbot said true. Carrie said true. Cindy said true. Ricky says torn here.
Yeah, because Gator did tell a couple of wild stories that she did. So who actually knows?
Right.
Gator says I
Yeah.
once dated a man 22 years younger than me, and he was a convicted felon.
Hmm.
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 I say true.
I'll stay with false.
Hmm.
But
I
something's
say.
telling me I should go the other way. Hmm.
I don't know. This one's tough.
He was 22 years younger.
Now, if it was 22 years older, I could understand
Yeah.
because I don't know. I don't know. That's just the way I am. Younger means they're more immature and more,
Yeah. False. I'd stay with false. No, she didn't.
But if she said younger, I would say false. But if she said older, I would agree.
But she said younger.
Younger? Okay, so
Which
I say
that's what
false.
she said. That's what she said. 22 years younger. So what were you
Okay.
doing when you were 44 there, huh, Gator? Come on, time to fess up. Hmm.
She was being a cougar.
And then Tina, Cindy says
Huh?
she's innocent, pure. Stop corrupting her.
Oh, Cindy.
See,
Okay.
it's true. She says she was
Really, Gator
51 and
Girl?
he was 29.
Well, I would have
Oh,
went the other way. I
doggone.
would have went with the older person. That's why I thought maybe you kind of thought a little bit like me, but I guess I'm wrong. You like the younger guy.
Oh, now we can call her a cougar. Gator girl the cougar.
Gator the cougar.
I went to my 30th high school reunion, had a couple of drinks, and danced on the table. Went back to my room and
True.
passed
That sounds like that's the stories I expect from you. I say true.
and it was at a
True before
casino
you
too.
even
It was at a
true before
casino
you
in
even
Tahoe.
finish it. See, Gator Girl, that's why I like older guys. Them younger ones, it's like I'm raising another child. Like it's just strange. But Teacup, I say true. Chat, what do y'all say about that story with Teacup?
I say false.
Tracy.
Remember now, it was my
Really?
30th. It was my 30th high school reunion. Rick can't answer.
Tracy, are you sure you want to think about it? Because let me see. Wait, before I say anything. True. Gator Girl says true. Darlene says true. Ricky says true. Cindy says true. Let me see. Any more guests before the poll closes? I say true because somebody sent me a picture and I believe it's the same incident she's talking about. So I know it was true. That's why I said, Tracy, are you sure? Think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
I got proof. I got proof of it.
Oh.
Okay, Darlene, Rick, Cindy.
Gator Girl told her story. Now one of y'all got to put something in chat. One time when I was little, I went to my mom and dad was sleeping, and my dad, he's a smoker, and he had his cigarettes and lighter laying on his nightstand, and I was probably maybe 10, maybe, or I may be a little younger than that, but I wanted to know why he was smoking. what it tasted like. So I lit a cigarette with his lighter, and then I seen my mom, and I took a puff, and I started coughing, and I put it out. Or thought I did. Thank God I didn't, because that's what woke my dad up. But then, welcome back, teacup.
Yeah.
And then I looked on the dresser, and my mom had a candle there. And I lit the candle thinking that I was taking the smell of the cigarette away. And I dropped the candle, and it caught my mom and dad's bedspread on fire. And they jumped up and got some water and put it out.
True.
Yeah. I say true.
It was it was false because I never smoked until I got 21.
And Gator's story is false.
Gator girl, let me see. I once helped a friend push her dad's car down
I can't
the
see it.
road. I once helped a friend push her dad's car down the road, and we took it joyriding. Her dad was a cop. We got busted and were in so much trouble. I say true. That sounds like something Gator Girl would do.
True.
Hey, Party Bonza.
Hey, Party Bonza.
Hey, how you doing? Been a long
Hi,
time.
Party Bonza.
Hey,
Been a long time.
yeah.
But we know you're busy.
Hey,
Yeah, if
what
I'm not
kind of
looking for a
mischief have
job,
you
I'm
been
looking
in?
at stuff, studying things about technology or got crap to do. Yeah, it's just it is. Yeah, it sucks. Anyways, got a little bit of free time tonight.
Well, that's good.
All right, story time.
Thank you.
So my best friend, he worked at Starbucks down at the airport, and I think he was about, I don't know, 16 or 17, and I was going to college. So it was summertime, and obviously I had the summer off. So I would just go to his house and live there during the summer. And then, we'd like drink beer and hang out and do stuff. And somehow he got a hold of this Oldsmobile Toronado through his parents. His dad was always getting these old cars, and they'd give them to him and he'd drive them. And he was real proud of this because it was an Oldsmobile Toronado. And he says, Cliff, he goes, this thing has all of the options that a Cadillac Eldorado has. And it's just an Oldsmobile instead. And so I was like, yeah, man, that's pretty cool. And so we'd ride around in luxury. Well, and then little things started breaking. And then one day the headlights stopped working, and he couldn't figure it out. And check the easy stuff, a fuse, if it was just burned out lights. Nothing worked. And I said, well, you better fix it. You better like go to the junkyard and start buying parts and fix it. He's like, nah. He goes, I just drive without it. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, nobody will care. And they're like, okay. So I would drive around at night, and then he would cart us around during the day. But then he got held over at work in the after hours, and he started coming home late in the evening. And I started asking him, I was like, dude, you drove home in the dark? He's like, yeah, it's no big deal. He goes, I drove by a cop. He didn't even do nothing. I was like, okay. So, and then for like a week later, he calls me up on the phone. He goes, yeah. He goes, I got to get my mom to pick me up. I was like, why? He says, well, I ran into a cow. And I'm like, crap, how'd that happen? And he goes, I'm driving home, and there were no street lights where I was going. It was on a freeway down way out west, down by the airport. And for some reason, the street lights were out. And so he's driving through there with only his park lights on. And he says, I'm driving. And he goes, all of a sudden, the front end just goes like totally bright with this vision of this cow in front of me. And he goes, so it went whoop, and it stopped me. And I pull over to the side of the road. And he goes, and I got out of the car, and I noticed there's cows all over the place. I can't remember if there was a fence that got opened and then a bunch of cows got out, or if he said there was a wreck of a cow hauler, and then all the cows got out on the freeway. But then he looks up the road and he says there's another car who hit a cow. So he's like, so I just stayed there and waited for the highway patrol. The highway patrol came and took the report, and then they towed the car because it's totaled. And he goes, I didn't get a ticket. And I was like, they didn't find out you didn't tell them your headlights are out? And he's like, hell no, why would I do that? And then so he didn't get a ticket or nothing. So the next day, his other friend went with him, and they went down to the junkyard to go take the stuff out of his car. So they go down there, and his other friend says, hey, which side of the car did you hit? And he goes, well, I was on the passenger side. So he looks over there, and there's some black hair over like in the car, embedded in places. And then he goes, now wait a minute. He looks on the other side of the car, driver's side, and there's brown fur stuck in the grill and stuff over there. So we figure he hit 2 cows. And I don't know if it got put down or nothing. But I did read in the papers the next day that had actually happened. So I mean, that's my proof that really did happen. But it's up to you to decide whether it did or it didn't.
I believe you.
I'd say it did.
Gator Girl says it's true.
Cindy says true.
Cindy J. Grubb says it's true. Was it Gator Girl said that story was false?
No, Darlene's about her smoking.
Oh, okay. Darlene's is false.
Bitbutt says true.
Bitbutt says true, and Rick says true.
False.
True. Well, that's everybody. Yeah, it's a true story, and it's a wild story. I didn't believe him. I was like, you're crazy. You're lying. He was like, no, dude. And I looked in the papers the next day, and in fact, I can't remember whether the cows got out or it was a cow hauler, because for some reason that always happened out there. They're like always having wrecks. Cow haulers or pig haulers or sheep haulers were spilling out, and then the sheep was getting all over the freeway.
Tina, did you read Cindy's?
Huh?
No, No, I didn't see Cindy's. I was right about Darlene's.
She
Cindy's,
says
where's hers at?
Cindy says she was learning to drive with her dad in the car. Saw her boyfriend walking and honked the horn and waved. The cop I rear-ended was as mad as her dad.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
Cindy, that's probably true.
I would say that is true.
Yeah, I would say true.
Did your ex have a nice butt before I? Sorry, party bonds. Cause that's where I would be looking at, and I would have done it. So I figured me and you sorta, kinda, like on. You be paying attention and.
Yeah, knowing Cindy, it's probably true.
I think it's true.
Ricky says it's true.
We don't have problems with cows. Well, we got cows everywhere, but escaping, we got problems with deers. Like there was a deer
Oh,
that jumped through my dad's windshield in his truck before. If we got problems with deers running into you.
we got cows and deer and hogs and
I don't know. If I seen the hog running, I'd probably run over it, thinking barbecue. Me some barbecue there.
you
Deers, I
scared of
kind
the
of feel
dark?
sad for.
You scared of the dark?
Cindy ain't told us if it was true or false. It's true.
Oh my gosh.
Cindy.
Cindy, did you get your driver's license out of the cracker box? Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. So that leaves Ricky hasn't told a story,
No, Ricky hadn't done it.
and oh, Bitbot, he
Yeah,
hasn't.
midnight.
Um, oh, Carrie.
And Kim's not here, so
Well, Kim's an angel. She doesn't
I
do
am
anything
too.
wrong.
I am too.
She.
You know, if I haven't told any more stories, that's the only one.
Well, you can always use other people's stories since you're such an angel. She had church tonight.
Kim was at church.
Yeah, she's probably taking notes on our stories. I'll probably be getting a talking to.
Well, I'm happy there was no trolls this morning in Dana's Bible study.
Yeah,
That's
he gets
that's
quite a
rare.
few.
Lately, it's been lousy with trolls.
Yeah, she should be home by now, unless she went out to eat with her grandsons.
T says some of her stories will get her in trouble.
Please, that happened in the past. People changes. Look at me. Oh God, that didn't.
Tina.
What?
It's quiet today, but not past for the past week. It's been lousy, bit bite.
Which one? Which one do you go on, Rumble or YouTube?
I go to
Corey
YouTube.
Bonson.
Where do you go, bit bite?
I think he uses Rumble most of the
Oh,
time.
oh,
I
okay.
think
Maybe.
that's.
He's on Rumble on Dana's.
I don't even believe there was one on this morning, a troll. Because I mainly say hey to them and then I'll start doing housework or taking care of Sky, just listening.
Yeah.
But that's true. We hear what happens over there too. I'm gonna have to email Dana and just tell him just to love the trolls. That's what I tell him. I love you. I'll be praying for you. God bless you. I love you. Like I do YouTube. When it starts acting up, I have to sweet talk it.
Okay, Dave, what about you?
Yeah, Dave, what about your story? Or one story?
Yeah, and Carrie, y'all too, and Ricky. Ricky's trying to
Ricky's
sneak out of this.
Yeah, Ricky hadn't said anything. I think Ricky ought to get up on panel and tell his.
This is the last time.
It's okay, Teacup. I got you. Tracy, hold on to Teacup.
Okay, I got you, T.
Okay, thank you. Just don't let me dangle there. So, Dave, do you have one? But is Rick in hiding now?
I think so.
That's okay, T. You take care of them afterwards. Cindy said she'll catch you in chat next time. Oh, come on.
Thank you, Cindy.
Tracy, you see that in chat?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Come
I
on.
don't. What are we looking at?
bit by, he says, I can't think of any good stories, but like I said, they all are true.
And he can't type that much.
Really busy up in here, can't get on panel. And I can't type that much. Yeah.
Why is he really
Both of
busy
y'all,
on that?
both of y'all are full of crap.
You tell him, Tina.
Rick,
I tell you.
I
Look
know
at Barry
you gotta
Bonds.
have
He didn't
stories.
have no story about him, but he told one about his friend. Y'all two, okay. See, Darlene, write their names down.
Rick.
Highlight them too. Highlight them and circle them and put
Is there
stars around them.
like was there an incident like on your way to school or on the way home? I mean, like were you walking to school one day and as you're walking down the sidewalk, have you ever had when you're walking down the sidewalk and you have right next to the sidewalk all of those hedges, they're like 6 feet tall, you know? Think somebody's gonna jump out and get you? Yeah. 6:30 in the morning walking to school. Yeah, look at them bushes move. Yeah. What's gonna jump out today?
Or has anybody ever toilet papered your yard or you toilet papered their yard? Nothing. Absolutely nothing them two has.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Nope.
Yeah. My daughter used to go with one of her friends, and his dad was a cop for the city that we lived in. And he told us that, hey, Dad, we're going to go toilet paper a house tonight. Where are you going? So he told us that where he was going. And then my daughter and a whole bunch of their friends would take off and go toilet paper these people's houses.
We did. Me and some of my friends did, and we would call this man the mean man because he would yell at us and cuss at us and kick my friend's dog, and I mean he was really terrible. And he always drunk, so he would throw his beer at us when we walk up and down the road. And one year for Halloween, we decided that we was going to toilet paper his yard because we knew he would be passed out because it was Halloween. And about five of us went down his driveway, and Martin says, "Hey Tina, throw me a roll." And I threw him a roll, and he was like throwing it over the trees, and you know how it rolls down, and he'll pick it
Yeah.
up and throw it. And then about that time, a sheriff would came up the road, and he put the spotlight on us. And all the guys, they just took off running, and here I was with a case of toilet paper, and I was just standing there looking like, where'd y'all go? And he says, because he knew the man too, and he didn't really get along with him because our sheriff was kind of nice. He was a good person, and he was like, "Hey, Tina, you need some help?" And I said, "Well, if you don't mind." And he says, "Here, hand me a roll." And he took a roll and slung it across his house. And it went across the roof of his house. He says, "Where did your helpers go?" I said, "I don't know where in the world they went." I said, "They split when they seen you." And he says, "Yeah, I think you need to pick your friends a little better. Most friends would went down with you." And I said, "I know."
Okay, did they? Oh, look,
Okay,
Rick posted a
I say
story.
Rick's story is true. Bit bites is true. Gators is probably true.
Oh, dang.
Okay, well, what did they say? Because I can't see them.
Okay, Bitbot, I believe is the first one who started. Says, I was told by my dad in 5th grade that I could skip school and we could go fishing after he cut the grass. He sent me downtown to buy some new, lures. On my way back from the store, I stopped at PT1 and DQ. Yes, Sunday. I say true right there. Right there. Told it all.
True.
I was, I was stuck.
You
Tracy
True.
finished.
you skipped Rick's story.
I didn't see his.
It says, okay,
He
I was in
removed it.
Austin, got really messed up, woke up in San Angelo and didn't know where my car was. Then got a call to come move my car out of a driveway across town.
True.
Ooh.
I don't see it.
That's true. It's right above
Ricky's is
Midnight.
true. No, it says message retracted. On mine, it says message was retracted. Are y'all looking through StreamYard?
Yeah.
Well, mine says,
Well, I'm looking on YouTube. Let me go to StreamYard
oh,
messages.
I'm on YouTube.
Do you see it?
Yeah. There's Carrie's. He says never, and then Rick, and then Dave, then Gator,
Well,
then
I'm
Rick,
going to screenshot
Gator,
this
then
and I'm going to prove to
Darlene,
you what.
then Rick, then Darlene, then Party Bonza, then Party Bonza.
Well, I screenshot it. I'm going to send it to you, see. It's gone on my end. It says message retracted.
Cindy
And
said
then
she
it goes,
retracted her message.
no, it says Ricky's. Sure and ready. Message retracted. Let me send. No, I can't because I'm using my phone for StreamYard. I'll send it to you after this.
I sent you a screenshot, Tina.
Well, I see it on StreamYards, but on YouTube that I look at is gone.
Rick says he claims the fifth.
Ricky, did you Ricky, listen here. Listen here. Listen to me, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. We gonna have a heart-to-heart talk here, sir. We we can't be doing this to me because you're making me feel like I'm going crazy. Because I still don't see it in YouTube. I still don't. Nope, it's not happening. It's not on there. Oh, be about, was your story true or false? Because the ice cream part seemed like it would be true, but then a police officer giving you a citation for skipping school. That's a little too much.
He said his story was true. You okay?
See, even Bitbot says it was retracted
Huh?
too. Bitbot said that Ricky's message was retracted.
I'm trying to take the potassium. Oh. Okay, I'll be right back, Tina.
Okay. And Gator Girl's story was we toilet papered the pastor's house. It was awesome. He was in the house and he saw everything. Sunday morning at church, he said, I know who did it. I saw y'all. I think that's true. I don't care if you say it's not true, Gator Girl. I believe it's true. And Bitbot said, yeah, it happened. His daughter was in my class. Well, I guess that's Wisconsin police for you. Wilkes County police helps you toilet paper somebody's house. Okay, Teacup.
You're not taking that one or what? Oh, I am. I'm gonna just open the water
I
first.
did a wheelie going 122 miles per hour on my motorcycle and held it up for 3 blocks. Cindy, honey, I don't know about that one.
And Tina,
Yeah,
I
but,
don't
but
have no more stories.
that's okay, Tracy. I think Cindy's is a story, and Gator Girls is true, even if she says it's false.
I bet Cindy knows how to do a wheelie, but I think she's fibbing about the speed.
That's what I'm thinking. And like Bitbot says, 3 blocks at the speed is a blink of an eye. True.
Before you go to bed, Mom, you turn on that.
I ran up a pine tree with a dirt bike before. Hey, Kim, good to see you.
Hey, Kim. Love you.
Okay, Tracy, get your angel sister to tell you a story. Yep, it's true, Bitbot. Got me 15 stitches over that one.
Darlene said, told Kim it's her turn. Tastes nasty, don't it?
Yeah, Kim, it's your turn to tell us a story, and we've got to guess if it's true or false.
What?
Oh, Kim. Oh man,
True? Oh my gosh! Yeah, you
really,
got me, Cindy. That's I wouldn't have believed it.
really, Kim. That's that. Oh,
Okay, what did
Teacup.
she
You see
say?
what
No, what did her say?
she says? I can tell a story. Tina is an angel. See, it's a story. My nose is just grew.
Okay, see you later, Ricky.
Night, Ricky.
Okay, Ricky. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
Everybody, Chris says hi.
Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
Chris. Go ahead and lay it on us, Kim. You already got me flustered. I was waiting on a good story, and you say that crap.
Okay, Kim, we want a story from your childhood.
Okay, Tracy,
Goodness.
you read it. You read it, Tracy.
I can't read that good. Me and my cousin went one night to row her big sister's house. We were laughing so much that they heard us and come to the door and saw all the toilet paper in the trees and yards. We hid more coming. The husband got a shotgun and was yelling and said, "Show yourselves." We didn't, so he started shooting. We slid on our bellies like a snake and ditch hiding. He was looking for us with a flashlight. We had covered ourselves with pine straw and he couldn't see us. He called the cops and we stayed in the ditch hiding for hours until we knew the cops were gone and they were back in the bed. The end. That's probably true.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's not. That's one of them sweet angel stories.
Gator. Gator says true, and if it's not, then Kim needs to start writing books.
I say true. Okay, teacup, love you. Tracy, what do you say?
I say it's true.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards true. Because that didn't get her no ticket or into real trouble. So I believe it's true. Because she keeps saying she's an angel, so her stories isn't going to be as bad as our stories. So I believe it's true. That's about as bad as it gets for her.
Bitbot says Kim
Everybody
was
got their.
scared straight.
Anybody else got it, if it's true or false? Me and Tracy says true. Cindy says true. Darlene says true. Darlene says true. Bitbot says true. Well, Kim, is it true or not? Teacup says true.
Yeah, I've heard all. People say good, they say bad.
I believe everybody said it's the truth.
Oh, she said it's true.
Corey Bones has said true. So, truth it is. Man, can't even get a good trouble story out of Kim. She's such an angel. I want Kim to tell a story where she got a ticket or got into trouble at school or at church or with her mom and dad.
Good night, Gator. You going to bed?
Good night, Gator Girl.
All right.
I know you're an angel, Kim. Along with Tracy.
Yep, I'm an angel. You haven't heard any more stories, have you?
Oh, Lord mercy. I did one time when I was 18. I snuck into a pool hall and hid till after it closed, and then I came out because I wanted to learn how to play pool so I could beat my friends. So I've been in a pool hall before. Well, you just if you had got stopped coming home from your little vacation, you would got a ticket because your driver's license had ran out and you drove all that far. And then when I was in school, you know how they would send you them paper report cards where the teacher would write your grade in them little squares.
Yeah.
Well, when I would get a certain letter, I would change it into like an A or a B, and my mom would sign it, and then I got busted because I forgot that the teacher would see my comparative grades and seen that it didn't match what she had in her books. So I got busted one time over that. And then I figured out a way. I said, well, if I can't change the grade, the letter, then I'll just learn how to forge my mom's name. So I got good at forging my mom's name. It took my mom a couple of years to figure out why I never got a report card.
Okay, move. Let me knock the crackers out of the cow chair. The crumbs.
She was like, Tina, why haven't you got a report card? So and so's girl or son's got a report card, but I haven't seen one from you in a while. I said, well, they're running behind, Mom. Then she would forget.
All right, love you. Night, Tiny and Tiger.
Oh.
Turn into Winfield.
Gotcha.
Sweet.
Daddy, chill out, dude. Teddy, quit biting me.
Oh, me. Well, I think I'm going to call it if nobody else wants to tell a story or anything, because it's getting late. It's about 10:30.
Yeah.
Anybody else got a story? And I know you've got to take care of Chris and get him ready for bed. Give him his medicine and everything.
All right, good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Big hugs.
Okay, thank y'all for getting on panel and us bringing up some memories. And I love each and every one of y'all. And y'all be safe. And I will see y'all tomorrow.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking just straight, one outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town. Sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.